Hey everyone, it's Kong again, and this time I've got a nice little treat, at least for me, a low-stress summoning video. I say this is going to be relatively low stress because I'll be summoning for a guaranteed Gizarof. It's always nice to have one of those guaranteed characters. So the only thing that's up in the air is really how much I'm going to have to spend to get him. But first, as always, I'm going to go ahead and flex my luck muscles with a couple of dragon sweeps. Hoping to get something good here. Ideally a weapon that I don't already have. Ideally extreme magic bow. No, just some scrolls. That's okay, we're not too worried about that. Obviously, the game is saving up all my luck for the actual character summoning. So I am going to counterbalance my low stress summoning for Gizarof with a little bit of summoning for the equipment after, but we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So let's start with Gizarof. So he's my guaranteed unit, and I do have 20 pity rolls stocked up from just a couple of last-minute YOLO summons at Rean Arianrhod before their banner left. So I should be able to get him within the next 80. And I'm looking forward to getting him. I think I'm actually going to build him and use him because I've been leaning more and more towards mythical teams. So let's get the old pity thermometer preloaded with 20 summons and then hop into this. So yeah, getting Gizarof early here would be really nice because a kind of side plan of mine is to... Oh, it is going to be Gizarof right away. Okay, don't hate me. If you saw my video summoning for Rean Arianrhod, you know that I had atrocious luck on that banner. So this is really just fate kind of counterbalancing those numbers. So this is technically 30 summons for Gizarof. Nice. There he is. What a friendly old Santa Claus looking man. We'll see just how friendly the game wants to be. Okay, no, that's it. Alright, so what I was saying when I was fortuitously hoping that I would get really good early Gizarof luck, I'm actually going to keep summoning a little bit on this one because just the way my sharding has worked out, if I get one copy of Zerida here, then I'll be able to get her exactly to 6 star when we get our next week of 18 Gates of Fate. So I am going to continue summoning, just hoping to pop that one extra Zerida that I need to get her right on the cusp. Otherwise, getting an extra Gizarof wouldn't be a bad thing because it'll get him to 4 star right away, and I do also have Rainforce untouched at 3 star, so an extra Rainforce wouldn't be too bad either. So let's see what we're actually going to get. The game might punish me for my hubris of trying to dip back in here. So that was 10. I'm not sure how many I'm willing to sink into this. I think the fact that I got Gizarof so early means I'm fairly willing to go deep. I shouldn't say that out loud in case the game is listening. So 20 summons. Alright, and we're into the crystals already. That's fine. This will be my 30th. It's nice to have a kind of chill summoning session for a change instead of these really high-stress, tense ones. This will be 40. Getting Zerida here or on the next one would be nice to kind of keep the rate on the upslope after that really lucky Gizarof. So nothing here, so now this is the break-even summon. 50. Yeah, the game is going to try to make up for that Gizarof that it let slip. We're on 60. The game probably just remembered. It was like, oh, wait a minute, this is Kong. Let's recalibrate our rates. Going on to summon number 70. Obviously, it's certainly possible that I get an off-banner character here too. I know I was kind of explaining the benefits of any of the 3 on-banner characters for me. But how good or bad an off-banner character is really depends on who it is. So this is number 80. Nothing from this one, so going on to 90. The next banner that I'm really summoning on after this is for Tree Sage Landius, which is in just over a month, so I'm not too worried about having time to stock back up after this either. Okay, so this should be my pity summon if I counted right, which means in total I'll have gotten, well, let's wait and see what we get first. Leon. Okay, it's a weird off-banner. Not super happy about it, but my Leon's not 6 stars, so could be worse. Kind of makes sense for something like that to... Oh my god, and a Kaya too. Well, my Akka was 3 stars well, so this will boost her up to 4 star. Alright, that's not a terrible off-banner tandem. I mean, I was going to be kind of disappointed in the Leon, but Akka in there as well. So that's a total of 130 summons for 3 SSRs. Pretty good rate. I got the Gizarof I wanted. I'm not going to continue fishing for Zerida. I can always just shard her up a bit more slowly than I was hoping, but it's not worth going all in for her. Especially given what's about to happen. So I did want to at least take a little bit of time first to talk about some of the gear on this banner. I know I went over them when I did the Langrisser lookout a couple weeks ago, but before I dive in, I guess it's worth just kind of talking about. So first we have the weapon, which is the Scepter of Divinity, and this is a staff that boosts range for skills that have a melee penalty, so those are typically single target spells. You do miss out on some int that would naturally be built into other weapons that these types of characters would alternatively use, so it might not be the best on someone like Lana, who already gets boosted range and suffers from lower damage. But it's great on someone like Rachel, and apparently young Jessica, and apparently on Demon Zerida as well. It's not going to make Rachel overly OP or anything like that, but she is where it's most comfortably at home. Now, the helm is the Frostfire Crown, and it's not good. It reduces damage taken by 10% when you actively attack and enter battle, so it has no effect on enemy phase. The armor is the Ancient Plate, and it's also not good. It simply reduces incoming fixed damage by 10%, so it's not really a big help. Typical of the overall heavy armor situation, though, you can use it on someone if you don't have an explicitly better option for them. And so yeah, those two will probably end up being the relatively more common drops once these new pieces go into the regular loot pool after this banner ends. The weapon and the accessory will almost certainly be the more rare pieces. Probably on par with the Scarlet Reaper and the Twilight Star from the last new equipment banner. So yeah, finally we have this accessory, the Insidious Pendant, and this thing is going to be more clearly, or most clearly useful for Omega. So as I mentioned when I first talked about all this gear in the Lookout, this is currently the only SSR accessory with flat skill, so this benefits Omega in a couple ways. He gets boosted base attack from being able to use an SSR instead of the SR Esoteric Plate, if that's what you're using on him, as well as the plus 5% to all stats and the plus crit. So if you're using something like Overlord's Badge instead, then you're still going to get the plus 5% to all stats, but you're also getting additional flat skill and an arguably better side effect for him, which is the extra crit rate. Overall, you probably don't need a ton of these, but if you regularly run Omega, then you'll at least want one. So I don't actually need to work on any of my single target mages or my Omega right now, because I'm focusing on other things for my box. But I am going to fire a couple of token summons at this banner just because I'm sitting here talking about it anyway, so might as well make it worth your while to see what's going on here. So I'm not going to go super deep on this, I'm just going to hopefully pull some gear early. Obviously there's no pity rate on equipment banners, so there's no like ceiling to shoot for. So here goes nothing. Yeah, generally I don't recommend pulling on equipment banners at all, unless there's something specific that you're really desperate to go after that will help a character that you're currently really using a lot or building. So I'm going to get something SSR in my first pull, and that may be a blessing in disguise. Let's see if this pays off my lengthy gear explanation speech. Oh, that's the weapon! That's the Scepter of Divinity right there. Oh, that's great. Oh my god, and a balance blade too! I actually need one of these. I do have, I think, 1 or 2 balance blades. Maybe I only have 1. But yeah, I definitely have someone that can use that. Okay, this was definitely worth it if you ask me. Sorry, I get freaked out every time I see a bow. Okay, so I got the weapon. I can put that on my Rachel. I'm not desperate enough for that Omega accessory since I'm not using him right now. He has backup options that I'm super happy with, so I'm perfectly content not to, keep going on these crystals. I'll let those save up for the next banner that I'm summoning on. So yeah, that was actually great luck. I got Gizarof in my first summon, plus the built-up pity. And then in my first summon on this gear banner, I also got one of the new weapons and an old weapon that I needed. So really the only kind of negative side of this summoning session was the the results of my greedy diving back into the Mythical Realm banner, and even then I was kind of paid off with a break-even rate on a couple of off banners, so I really can't complain about that. Yeah, so thanks very much for watching, thanks for keeping your fingers crossed and bringing me some excellent luck in this banner. As always, I owe it all to you, so thanks very much for bringing that luck. And I hope you all have great luck and get the characters that you're summoning for as well. If you need that first Zerida, if you're looking to build a Mythical Realm team and you really want Gizarof for that faction buff, I really hope you get in there, get them early. So as always, thanks for watching, thanks again for bringing the luck, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy Langrissing, everyone.